Hey. All right. Back again. She should be on her way in a hot sec. Technology is a wonderful thing. Ariel, what's up, my man? Mom's back. Hey, Lady T, what's happening? There she is. There
Okay.
she is. Okay.
I am not. I am new to this.
All right. It's all right. We
Everybody
gonna.
fine or what? Where are we?
No, we're good. We're good. We're good. I blamed it on you. I mean, you know.
I didn't figure out.
Something told me we should have checked it a little earlier, get everything
Yeah,
working right.
always everything right. It was okay. It's all good.
All right. Hey, everybody. It's your personal chef, Chef Troy B, and I'm so happy to have Lady Stephanie Lloyd Stallworth. You may recognize her voice. She's the Atlantic traffic lady on V103, the People Station in Atlanta here. But while most people on the furlough were making sourdough bread or getting fat, Miss Stephanie over here was making a streaming app. So she is the CEO, founder, owner, uh, content distributor of the Flow app.
Uh,
So say hi to everybody
hey,
and give everybody a brief bio on yourself, and then we'll just go into see what we got going on today.
all right. Well, first let me say thank you, Chef Troy B. I finally got on your platform. You've been on my
Right?
platform for years. I've been cooking on my other show. I have another show called The Flow. And it's on Preach the Word Worldwide Network Television every Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. So now we're doing some other things together. So it's kind of exciting.
Right, exactly. So you're from, let's see. So you've been, see what I'm trying to get your resume. I'm trying to remember your
Oh,
resume.
no.
You're
I'm
right now you're a teacher. You've been on QVC as one of the models.
yeah.
Uh, from Philly, yes, right. Do the pop, 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 pop.
Was
And
it
now you are
was right here before everybody else came? There was me. So
right.
that's how old we are. But hey,
Hey.
it's
Just
all
because me and Moses were neighbors doesn't make it old, okay?
right.
All
Oh,
right.
exactly.
So I'm very excited because, like I said, you started a whole streaming app, and I'm a part of that as well. She's posted several of my older videos from the Cooking in the Flow from the TV show. Uh, and she invited me to be part. So I just wanted to give you an opportunity to promote because I'm all about promoting people who are doing good stuff and let people know how they can get onto the app. What makes sure it's different from um, Twitch and Instagram and YouTube. Uh, and just give them a brief. Why did you start a streaming app? Maybe we should
All
start
right.
there.
All right.
Always begin with why.
We've been busy in the pandemic. I've been saying we've been busy in the doggone pandemic.
Right.
And It's kind of a thing that has happened for, it's been in the works for a while. Yet I didn't really know it was totally in the works. You know, I'm a broadcaster 33 years, was just July, 33 years. But, you know, all along I knew I was going to be, or was supposed to be starting some kind of a network, a broadcast network, right? So it was going to be a regular, I had a chance to do it many moons ago, but I got kind of scared, so I didn't actually do it. So
Right.
now, 33 years in, I've done all the things I want to do in broadcasting. I love what I still do as a traffic reporter and doing stuff here in Atlanta on V and AOK 92.90 Game. But I just said, what else can I do? And maybe, yeah, I could, you know, streaming is a big thing. I need to create something like that. I wanted to do a streaming channel. So you and I were doing the Flow Television on the Christian Television Network. And what I wanted to do was to make a Christian television network. That was the initial push. And so when I started getting that together, getting some developers to develop the platform and everything, I realized that I didn't have to have one channel. I could have 10 channels of video. I could have 10 channels of audio. I could have 10 live stream channels, right? So that's 30 different channels. It doesn't have to just be one signal. It could be all kinds of things. So if you combine that I was going to do the Christian network, the Flow. It's going to be called the Flow. We've been talking about that for about a little over about a year and a half now. Since the pandemic started, we're talking about that. And then I figured out I could do some more things. Like you said, I teach. So teaching at SAE Institute, downtown Atlanta, that's where all the students are learning, you know, audio engineering. They're artists coming up. They're filmmakers, digital film degrees. All those things are what they're doing. So because they were doing that, I've been teaching there about a little over 3 years there. And they would always say, Miss Stallworth, we need someplace to show our stuff. I always say show our stuff. That's what they say. We need someplace to show our stuff, you know, because they can't all be on the big, you know, networks and everything already. They can't have big popping records yet, but they still have content. So I was like, yeah, I got to come up with a show. Well, you just need to interview us on the show or do something. And I was just trying to figure out how to do it. But then once I figured out that I didn't only have to have one type of content on my streaming platform, I could have so many various things. I said, wow, I'm going to have a streaming channel in the platform for, you know, independent artists. All my students are independent artists. They have projects, they have things out there doing stuff. They need a platform for it there, right? And then my independent filmmakers who were the students, they needed places to show their stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'll have the Christian channel, then I'll have the one for the independent artists, and then I'll have the one for my filmmakers. But then there's so many more areas of content. And really, you know, Chef, I'm saying we're saturated on IG and YouTube. We all are on IG, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and all that stuff. But is anybody on Roku? Is anybody out there on Apple TV? Maybe some, but not a lot of people. A lot of people aren't out there on, you know, Fire TV. We're on Fire TV. We got an iOS app. We got an Android app. So you can have access to all of those things by being part of the Flow. So, you know, I got my cooking channel. You're the headliner of the cooking channel that gets started. I'm adding some chefs on board, but you are our head chef up from the front, Chef Troy B. Flow, right? So Flow Food Channel with Chef Troy B is the headline for that. And, you know, so I've been adding a bunch of channels and different types of content. So, you know, we're kind of, I think we launched, you know, each app took its time to launch. They launched over the summer. And finally, we're all ramped up. All apps are launched, and you can download the Flow in your favorite download portal on your
nice. Well, it's just nice because, you know, as a content, I guess I'll be considered a content creator. If you watch, it's just so much copycat. You know, they'll use the same song, they'll do the same little TikTok thing. You know, just for the views, because they're trying to go viral. And, you know, my goal was never to go viral, it's just to help people be confident in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So it's a different platform where you don't have to be as the same as everybody else to, you know, have good quality content on there. So, you know, and I want to thank you because, you know, you let me be on your TV show, The Flow. I was Chef Troy B cooking in The Flow. It was rough in the beginning because you're like, your background. I'm like, this is where I work. This is all I have right here, you know. But you were very kind. You got me a microphone set, so, you know, the sound quality would be better. And then you were like, make sure you dress up make sure you dress up the mics thing. I'm like, what? I'm like, well, I'm just gonna clip this on and try not to burn it, okay? Try not to burn it up. So, but that was, like I told one person, I was on their internet radio show one time. I just never knew where this culinary thing that I'm doing was going to take me, and like I never thought I was going to be on TV because I got a face for radio. So, but it's fun. But it's hard. It's hard because you really have to do this like as a full-time thing to be a content creator because it's a lot of work. Even doing the segments on Fridays, I'm like, this is a lot of work. Getting the lights right. Then you got to edit it so you can put it back on another. Make it look nice, make it sound nice, and it's a lot of work. So
sorry about that. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but you make it look easy. My sons and I, we watch I'm gonna turn this phone off. So sorry. My sons and I, we watch your stuff, and we're like, oh, we try that recipe. Oh, we learned this, we learned that. So I really appreciate you coming on and adding what you add to, it was the Flow television show, and now of course the Flow streaming app, because you added a nice touch to it besides just, some commentary or some regular inspirational stuff. Yeah, some, everyday lifetime stuff too that people can really relate to. And then you have your jokes along the way and you're like, oh, food makes me happy. I'm like, yes. I'm always saying, chef, you gotta it's the sizzle. I want to see the sizzle, more sizzle.
Yes, yeah. You're like, I like when it hits in the pan sizzle. I'm like, well, every recipe doesn't need the pan sizzling. So.
I know.
and that I'm trying not to let the smoke detector go off as well. Yeah, so it's going off in a couple shows. I'm like, oh, the smoke detector. This is real life cooking. This may happen in your house. I don't have an industrial hood right here. So if people only really knew where I'm cooking from, they'll be like, how do you do that? Like I had one of my followers say, you need a bigger kitchen. You got such big things going on. Yeah, I was like, but this is some people's kitchens are this small.
Everybody doesn't have a big kitchen, so you're showing them all these great things can be done from whatever kitchen that you're in, and and then because you can do it where you can do it, when you get your big fancy kitchen, you'll be all about it. Yeah.
Right. So, but let me thank a few people who are on right now. My mom's on, of course, so she's always on. Shelly, Ariel, I see you all. Thank you for showing up, for always supporting my channel. This thing started off as my friend Ariel saying, how come you're not doing something on YouTube or Instagram? I'm like, because, I dare you to do it. I'm like, okay. So here I am.
Got chef, right?
Right. So, but it's cool. Like
Magnolia Builder. Yeah. Magnolia Builders, what's up? Magnolia Seafood and Barbecue. They are actually voted one of the, where were you, the second or third, whatever, highest food truck in Atlanta, best food truck in Atlanta. So
nice.
That's what's up. Now they have Magnolia Builders where they build food trucks. So if you see Magnolia Builders, follow them.
I follow.
They're one of my best guys, as Damien and all his crew. They're just real good people out there too.
Yeah. I follow them on IG as well. So I thank y'all for always showing up. And this Instagram live thing, like I don't have, like you watch someone like Chef Andrew Zimmerman and you see his live stream and he's got like 1K, 2K, 5K, just like that. And everyone has their niche, and it's like, for me, I just wanted to be on, and this is kind of like the way to be immortal, because the internet is forever. So, but my biggest thing was like, just easing everybody's fear of cooking, because it's really not about the recipes for me, because as my instructor told me, the recipes are just a guide. It's about the techniques. So I wanted to show people like, if you can saute a steak, you can saute fish, you can saute vegetables. Now you can cook anything you want, because it's not about the recipe; it's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you make some things I had thought I would not attempt, you or hadn't thought about, we've done, and they came out really great. Like, yes,
everyone can cook, okay? Because it's the thing. Like thanks. The holidays are coming up, so here come Thanksgiving, and now you may have some people over, but you want to try a new recipe on Thanksgiving. If you want to try a new recipe on Thanksgiving, you need to be making that right now, practicing that right now.
Trial and error.
Right. So, but if you never had, like, it's hard to cook India food if you never had Indian food because you have no point of reference.
Exactly.
You have no how the spice is supposed to blend, the sauce is supposed to be built.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to go out and eat these different things. So, you know, I if it doesn't crawl too fast off the plate, I'm eating it. And so, but you know, you
overcook it, it's already dead. They're like, okay.
right, because especially as our people, we love everything well done. You know, it's like, you know, you don't have to kill that piece of fish. You know, you're free. Right. It's already dead. Don't kill it again. So, so how can people get onto your app, onto your station? And I like it because it's, you know, you can literally, I downloaded, once you sent me the link for the app, I downloaded it and I can watch any of the shows, any of the programming right from my phone.
Anytime.
It's on Roku.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
so it's on these, I think I like that because now you can, you know, a lot of people don't go to YouTube, but they may watch their Apple Plus, their Apple TV Plus, or they may watch something on their phone while they're traveling. And, you know, like I said, YouTube's cool, but to me, it's like you see a lot of the same things. And someone said, don't look at it as copy and look at it as an inspiration.
Right.
And it is. And, but on the same thing, you get kind of, for me, at least for me, I get tired of seeing the same thing and hearing the same songs. You know, the little same song snippet. So, you know, I appreciate what you do.
The YouTube app. So yeah.
Yeah. So,
well,
so how did you get in contact with the CEO of the Flow Television Network? Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, we are easy to get in touch with. We have a website, theflowtelevision.com. And then if you want info on how to, as you as a content creator, to get your content on there, you can just type in your email info and then we'll send you out the info packet. Or you can email us directly if you weren't on the website. We're info@theflowtelevision.com. Info@theflowtelevision.com. And again, the website is theflowtelevision.com. We're on Instagram. Follow us today, everybody. We're on Instagram at the Flow Television Network. Please follow us. We don't really have any followers yet. So we haven't really we're going to get there. It's okay.
Which is another thing, you know, getting your followers to actually log in when you're on, you know.
As a content creator, platform holder, I'm also a content creator building my audience and brand as well. So I understand where it's coming from. So, you know, Chef, we got Flow Food, we got Flow Family. If you have family related content, audio or video, same for the food. We have Flow Fans for all of you sports commentators, anything about sports content, fitness people. If you, you know, a lot of people made a lot of headway over the pandemic. You know, when the fitness clubs shut down, or personal trainers and stuff, they ended up doing it online. So, you know, you've got some videos of you doing some training. You want to put that up there. You guys can do that. I got Jamming with Judith. Shout out a few people that are on here. We got Jamming with Judith and Judith Kendall. Steve Kendall contributed a lot with Things Not Seen Productions, with not only stuff for the Flow Faith channel, the Flow Films channel. He's a filmmaker also. He and his wife Judith, they are doing the fitness thing and another couple of things that they're about to add on. So, hey to y'all. I don't know if they're on here yet, but they'll see this a little bit later. I just want to shout you out, Chef Troy B, of course, from the beginning. Rich and Faith TV. Hey, what's up, Rich and Faith? Yeah, that's one of my students, Rich and Faith TV. He's graduated. And he's I'll tell you a story about Rich and Faith. Rich and Faith was in my public speaking class at the school, SAE. And he was in the back, you know, of the room. And he was just always saying, yes, Rich and Faith TV, I'm going to be doing Rich and Faith TV. But he was really driven to know that that's what he was going to be doing. So this was maybe 3 years ago. So, but he's been steadily adding content, Rich and Faith TV. You follow him, you see all his content. And when my platform came together, I knew I wanted to get his content on the platform. So Hey Rich and Faith TV, and his mom is on there. Her name is Christy. So we're looking for Christy Love. She's got not only some Christian stuff on there, plus she does the cooking. They're from New Orleans, so Chef, you might have seen her making the jambalaya.
Right.
So I tried that, but I didn't do so well. But I gotta keep practicing.
You got to try things 3 times. It takes you 3 times to get a recipe right.
Mom. So what's up, Christy Love? So we talk about
right.
Better. I don't know. I'm trying. You know, that's why I got you guys around to help me out. But let's see who else is on here. In the music part, if you're a music artist, you're a gospel artist, you're R&B, any other kind of hip hop artist, whatever, you got some music out, I got a place for you, audio and video. So I have Sharice Jones. Shouts out to you. She just moved to LA. She's from the DC area, and she did a very popular remix of Lizzo's Boot Up. No, LMA's Boot Up and Lizzo's Like a Girl, go-go version style. So you'll see those.
Oh, nice.
And, you know, she's doing some hot things out there. El Capone, she's got a hot new single called Riot. She's got the audio on there and the video. The video is something else. So you got that. So if you're an artist, there's so many artists here. I know some of my students will be seeing this and be like, yeah, you know, I'm ready. I see them doing their projects. Just watch them develop as they go along. Like, this is perfect for somebody who is maybe a budding content creator and they want to get on there and, you know, show their stuff. That's our thing. Show your stuff. All my churches, you know, Chef, I got to shout out all my churches. I need y'all to come on over to the floor. I know you're on Facebook. I know you're on YouTube, but, you know, let's expand your platform and come on over to Roku and to Fire TV and all the others, right? Apple TV and stuff. And we welcome you with your ministries, your sermons, any of your encouraging programming, your music that's original. Like, the thing is, you got to own the stuff. It has to be your stuff. We don't want any copyright issues. So
right.
Creators, right? So don't repurpose someone else's to make it yours. Again, make your own content and hey, bring it, because we're just getting started. I was saying on another place that, you know, well, you know, this platform is really big, and it was kind of like where this doesn't apply to everybody, but sometimes people would say, oh, when I was growing up, my mom and dad would buy our school clothes 3 times too big because we would grow into it. And so we bought this platform too big on purpose, and we're growing into it. So yeah, we're just doing a few things now. We're building up, but we're right up there next to on your platforms, next to Hulu and the Roku. You can find us in the same place, and we're built by people who build the same kind of thing. So there's no way that we can't compete once we get, you know, our content creators on there for that. So we're not going anywhere. So if you're just thinking about a show, you're just thinking about something, you know, go ahead and do it. You know, reach out.
Right. Listen, if I can do a show, if I can record and edit, right. If I can do it, really, anybody can do it. Okay. And, you know, I'm doing it right from my phone. I'm not, you know, I don't have $1 billion worth of equipment yet. But, you know, all you need is, right. It doesn't. You can do everything on your phone. I edit on my phone because my computer is a dinosaur. So I found it just easier just to edit on my phone. I upload stuff to our folder that we share. And I even got my intro down. So, you know, which is,
I love it. Okay.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Plug and play. It's plug and play. Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, I just saw your thing. It's great.
Yeah. So, but you know, you charge a fee to upload, to have content on there, and you know, I don't talk about nobody's money, how much stuff costs, because you know that's your business. But it's reasonable. It's a reasonable rate, and you know, like everything, if you're serious about being a content creator or just learning how to produce and edit and stuff like that, it's worth it. It's worth the fee to me, to go ahead and just take a leap of faith, because you never know somebody may be watching.
This is a global platform. This is all over the world. world, right? So it's not just like, oh, it's just here in Atlanta or just here in the US. It's everywhere. So it can be seen all over. So you got to realize that if you have I was thinking of people who have things that they want to live stream and they want to get a global audience, you can do it. You can do it.
Right.
Do it.
Yeah, you just started the live streaming now.
Yeah. So I have it's a 24-hour content wheel is what I'm calling it. And where, if you turn on the TV and whatever channel you're watching, and then, shows come on a schedule, this will be shows on a schedule. And then the other ones that we already have been working were the on-demand. So if you were a content creator, like, I just had a comedian, Derek Adger, he's on there out of Philly, another one out of Philly, you might know him, I don't know if you know him, out of Philly. And he has a couple of comedy sets on there. And, they're on the wheel of content, plus they're on the Flow Funny channel. So if you're a comedian, I need my comedians. I know some comedians out there. Go on and get your stuff on the Flow Funny channel, because it's available and it's just another place to house your content. Again, we're the house for the content. I'll create your content. I'll produce your content. You do all of that. I house it and I distribute it to other places that you don't normally have it on. Also, another, I don't know, we're from Philly. We got these Philly people. Lamont Farrell, got to shout you out. Mark Alexander, their show is called You're Joking, right? Lamont Farrell, award-winning sitcom writer. He's written for and been on The Office. He's written for some Tyler Perry shows. He's written for a lot.
Baller. Oh, he's a baller.
Ballers.com. We grew up together though, so
nice.
And he lives down here, but he licensed some of his stuff to us to share, and I'm happy about that. So he's got, I think, 3 episodes of his show. So if you have a sitcom, if you have a family program, and there's something for everybody. So really, we're ready for you, and it's just something for everybody. I think, who did I leave out? Sports. I left sports. Who did I leave out? Oh, yes. Let me give you this. This is what I showed on the other video I had. My gamers. Oh, I got something for you. If you are, you're on Twitch. Okay, everybody's on Twitch. So if you are I'm not Twitchable yet. I'm not that level gamer to Twitch yet. But you just want to try to put some of your stuff out there, come on over. I got the Flow Free Play channel just for video gamers. You want to stream some stuff. You got a podcast about video games. You got just stuff you want to talk about.
Nice.
My sons are gamers, and I'm trying to get them to get on. I try to trick them into getting on, but it doesn't work so well. I don't want to do it. I said, okay, so we're in the car, and I'm saying, so what do you what game? What are you playing? What are you playing? Oh, I'm playing the so and so and such and such, but it's so and so and such and such, because I said, well, that could be part of a podcast, because the other one chimed in, yeah, because so and such and such about these games. I'm like, you guys are already creating content right here, so it doesn't take a lot. It's just kind of like we want to hear what people have to say. So
right. And really, I used to follow a gamer. He wasn't the best, but he was just funny.
Right.
So, I just followed him because it was a game I'm playing. I'm like, oh, he was better than me, but he wasn't like top tier. Like I'll follow some people. I'll watch some people play top tier stuff. And it's like, I'm never going to be there because I have a life, But anyway.
Some people, that's what they do the most, and some people just do it to dabble it for fun. Even if you're a dabbler, come on.
Right.
For content creators, and not necessarily only ones who are really big already. This is for people who need another place to house their content and just, expand their audience, expand their brand, get to new places besides what's already saturated out there.
So, right. Wow.
So
I'm very impressed. When you said I started a streaming service, I'm like, what? When did you do that?
You're like,
what? What? Meanwhile, all I did was stretch my waistline, But if you could only see from the shoulders down, you'd be like, oh wow, So, hey, Chef Jennifer, I see you on here. Thanks for joining. Stephanie's like, you brought me to new places. Like I've never been on TV. And I never thought I'd have a cooking show on TV. And you brought me, and of all networks, the Christian network. So it's like when you be like, I really want to do a cocktail. Oh, I can't do that on the Christian network. I can't have cocktail time.
It's content appropriate for the channel, of course.
Yeah. Well, most definitely. Yeah. And I do my little food for thoughts. I have these little moments when I come out the shower and, you know, do my little sermonettes, if you want to call it that. Yeah, so,
We'll have a
you
variety
know,
of content within us. We're not like all one monolithic thing. We
right,
have varieties of parts to us, and it's okay to show all of those. So,
right. So, but yeah, so,
I want to
well, look,
shout out Tang
go
Gang
ahead.
Baby before we go. Tang Gang Baby, What's Real podcast, and Freddie Rio, Meet Me in the City. There were some former students, but they're out there doing things. We were just at 2 Chainz birthday party or something, shooting some stuff. So they're out there doing some stuff. They're on the platform. I want to shout them out. I want to shout a couple of pastors. I want to shout out, who was it? I think there's 2 I'm just adding on. Pastor Tony, he's from New Jersey, and he's got some content I just put up. And then we're getting Pastor Julius Renwick from Philly. He's got a church. I think it's Mally from Baptist Church, I think is his church. I'm just getting him
Nice.
set again. So, you know, I hope I didn't miss anybody. But
Well,
I want to shout out all our content creators that are on here with us doing the thing. And I just, you know, really appreciate everybody coming on board. Hoping to get some more people real soon. New content being added all the time. Mancini Sports, he's added a whole bunch of audio podcasts from different places and people and cities. So I was mentioning last week our sports channel, our Flow Fans, was the biggest growing channel with content, the most new content. So we're getting new content rolling out all the time.
nice.
Want to sample the Flow, some of the stuff on there. You can go to flowtelevision.com, the website, and scroll down just a little bit. You'll see the live wheel there, or just go and download the Flow app on Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV. We have a Flow iOS app and a Flow Android app. So, like you said, you know, I'll be anywhere. I'm like, oh, let me see what the Flow's doing, and I'll put it in and pull it on up there. So I know you're we about to wrap. You know, I could talk for days. So we're.
No, me too, and you know, but you know, we can't bore the people. As you start breaking it down and start talking about Philly all of a sudden. So go Eagles.
All right, can I just show this real quick? So here is what's going on the Flow. So it'll come up sort of like this. I'm sorry, all those fingerprints. Wow.
Oh man, you should have cleaned that. Yeah.
So there's your Joking Right, and you know, all the different content and stuff down there. So you could be on the Flow too, on any one of the 10 channels. If you want to live stream an event, pay-per-view an event, put a paywall up for your event and stream it across the world and let people pay you to see it, you can do that too. So, you know, we'll talk more. But yeah.
Well, you know, it's amazing. Like I have a lot of people who have done some stuff over the pandemic furlough, and you're one of them. Chef Jennifer's another one. You know, it's like you doing what? And it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing this. I'm like, what? You got a spice line? What?
That's amazing.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, you know.
Yeah. Then you want to sell your spice line? We have the Flow Finds channel where we're selling stuff. If you want to sell your products,
There you go. See,
course creators, you want to sell your courses? Got that too. So you know, anyway, enough of my
everything. Well, no, we're here to promote your network. So promote away. It's okay. It's not bragging. It's just what it is. So you don't have to, you know.
But yeah,
that's why I wanted you on the show.
I'm gonna promote Chef Troy B's cool stuff that he's got going on, and you know, I just appreciate the moment that you're giving us here. So thank you.
You know, I mean, you brought me on board. So you know, at the infant stage, you know, she's like, "Hey, how would you want to be on TV?" I'm like, "What? You want to?"
Yeah,
so we did the like. we did like I wanted to do an intro to the show, you know, tell them what the station's about. How come I had to do it 3 times? Chef, we need you to wear a different T-shirt. Your background, you had like a Bud Light cup back there, and I'm like, what? You saw that? And so I'm like, ugh. So I finally got it right, and I just like, then she'll be like, your background, Chef, is a little busy. I'm like, this is the kitchen I got. This is what I have.
You know. Me, sorry.
yeah, right. This is the broadcast studio I have right here.
Things, but you know, hey, my channel, man. We do
right. So you know, it's a lot of people got small kitchen, and this is how they store their stuff on top of other stuff, and you know, Like, they got stuff on top. Like they got stuff on top of the refrigerator. I got stuff on top of my refrigerator.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of times I'm taking my Instagram video and just editing it.
Hmm.
And some, when I do the piece at the end with, hey, what are you going to drink with this? It's like scotch. It's like, I got to cut that part off for the show because they don't even know. Right, right. So,
Very thoughtful
but,
about it. I appreciate it.
I'm trying to keep you on, and trying to get you renewed. And I'm glad I got some new content that you can put on your show because it's been a while. It's
Yeah,
hard, man.
we
It's
could
hard.
all here. I mean, I got kind of stuck trying to do this, and wasn't able to do a lot of new content for the other platform. But we're getting back in the swing of it, so it's
Yeah.
all
So,
good. It's all
so I
good.
got another cocktail one for the channel too. So for the
Okay.
app. So we'll get that together. And next week I'm going to be cooking, and we'll do some shrimp fried rice. But instead of using rice, we're going to do a healthy alternative, which is going to be rice cauliflower. So
Oh,
I got that for one of my followers, and we'll knock that out. And I'm
good,
going
good.
to be more consistent because the biggest thing with being content, you got to be consistent. Even if you're doing it once a month, you got to do it once a month. So
Exactly.
that's the hardest part besides editing it on your phone and trying to clip. It's like, how do you put text on the screen? I need text on the screen. Okay, this is how you put text on the screen. Okay, I got it right here. Yeah, yeah. So, so we're gonna wrap this up because we'll be on there all night long, and it's Friday, and it'll be Monday before you know it, and then we'll be back at work. So,
Start the weekend right.
but right, right. So, Stephanie, thank you for coming.
Too.
Thank you for allowing me to be on your platform. Thank you for coming to my platform. Hey, if anyone is a content creator, you want to try to be a content creator, just DM her. You can email her. She has, it's the Flow Television Network on Instagram. She also goes under the Atlantic Traffic Lady. If you recognize the voice, if you listen to V103, she does traffic on V103. Yes, Chef Jennifer, it's going to be cauliflower rice. Okay, just chill. Okay, just, she's always got the heckler in the crowd. Yes, yes. But it's not as hard as it can, but it can be as hard as you can make it. Just the editing part. But my first few ones, I just sent them out. It's like, here, this is what you got.
You have to do because the thing is, there's no such thing as a perfect anything, really. And then if you keep trying to make it so perfect, you'll never actually get it done, right?
Right, right.
So,
So, and a lot of the editing, I use Power Direct now. I was using Adobe product, but they changed it, and I couldn't use it on my phone anymore. I was like,
oh yeah,
so
you rush or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, the rush. And then I discovered, hey, you can put music on here because they'll have, free music that you can put in the background. So I'm learning how to do that now and just do
Good. Yeah.
it.
You gotta have that. That music that has no copyrights on it.
Right, right,
You know,
right. So it's like you
copyright.
can play Happy Birthday in the background,
Right.
for the entire clip.
Exactly.
But so yeah, definitely if you want a different location to place your content, you want something different, you want a different audience because a lot of people don't watch YouTube and Twitch. I work with a coworker who has no idea what YouTube. She
Really?
doesn't watch. She doesn't watch it. That's not her thing. But she'll watch things on her other streaming services. So this is a nice way to get
Exactly.
your
Right.
right.
Exactly.
And it's got to be original content. She's just housing it like she says.
Original.
Original, original.
Rights,
Uh,
rights to it.
right, right. And then she'll put it on her platform to house it. And the internet's forever. And we pray that the Flow Television Network will be forever. And this is a way to get yourself out there. If you want to be a producer, you want to, like you said, anything. She's got a category, a channel
Right, it fits
for
you.
you, for you.
Don't worry.
So don't be afraid. If you need a hire editor, just hire an editor. Just do it on your phone, do it on your computer, whatever you need to do. So, but it's a good thing. So I'm very happy and very proud of you, Miss Stephanie. You
Okay.
started the television. You started the television
Oh
network. I
my
mean,
gosh, what is happening? I don't think
huh?
about it. One day I go and watch it. I'm like, my thing is actually on. I'm all right.
Right,
Not
right.
really, but I was just like, wow, you did that, God. He kind of just led everything to like perfection, where it was just like flawless and how it was being executed. I'm like, really that, really that, really, you know. So the way he laid it out for me, I couldn't help but be able to get it done properly. So I'm so thankful, you know, to God for that. So that's been good. Can I give a quick one last shout out to
Yes.
TC, JJ, Mark Mancini, and Wayne from Memphis on my sports podcast. Check that out.
Hmm.
Although I'm not on there right now because I've been doing this, but it's called Prime Time in the ATL, and then we changed it to ATL Prime Sports, so watch for them also on the flow. But shout out to you guys. You're all my buddies. We've been podcasting for 3 years now doing sports. I don't know
Wow.
about sports, but I'm on the podcast, so it shows you can do something.
Right.
You don't know a lot.
Yeah. Long as you don't like the Cowboys, everything's okay with
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
And Reese Smith, you're a Cowboys fan. Sorry, Reese.
Everyone's not perfect, you know. You just love them where they are, you know.
How did you grow up in Philly and become a Cowboys fan? He said, good upbringing, good upbringing.
Mm,
Cowboys fan, we're like,
mm,
no.
mm. He probably didn't live in Philly. He probably lived out in Lower Merion or Bala Cynwyd or something like that, you know. He wasn't really in Philly, you know. Right, right. So, well, we're going to wrap this up for real now. So,
Definitely.
go too long. You're going too long. So, but hey, I want to thank everyone who showed up today. You know, it's always going to be on Instagram TV forever. So she's available to you if you have a content that you want to create, you have an idea that you want to put out there. There's a channel for you on her network. Don't be afraid. And you know, I'm Chef Troy B. This is Stephanie Stallworth, the Atlanta traffic lady, and now CEO of the Flow Television Network. And, you know, my reward is an empty plate. And I love each and every one of you. Take care of yourself. Listen, wear a mask, get vaccinated, okay? I'm just saying. You know, my superpowers haven't kicked in yet. I'm hoping by the end of the month they'll start kicking in. My six pack will come in. You know,
Here for me too.
right. So, hey, I'll see y'all next week, Lord willing. And Stephanie, you're always welcome on the station. I'm gonna have to come to your house and we'll have to do a live taping.
Yeah.
You know, of me cooking in your kitchen, trying not to set off the smoke detectors. So, well, I will see y'all next week. Y'all have a good week. Enjoy your weekend. And Stephanie, you enjoy your weekend with the boys. And I'll see you soon.
Bye.
Peace.
Thanks, everybody. See ya.
All right.